Ooh, very nice. Ooh, that's scary. Well, we've got a preview there. So, we're up against Takafumi. Yeah, this one could be awkward, just based on what that score showed us. Okay, so yeah, Takafumi, they've got about 600k honours in GP, 32 more Zetas, 5 more Omicrons, 11 more total relics. I've got 1 more relic 5+, so we're slightly ahead there. I get myself Datacron advantage, we're looking good there. 6 dot mods, yeah, okay, we got 65 on them, it's alright. 50 on the 15s, 50 on the 20s, only 9 on the 25s though, so with this kind of score, I think that is pretty bad. I think we needed to be a little bit faster in general to really put up a bigger fight. But we'll see how it goes. GL count, as you've seen, we've got Rey, Jabba, JML, but they've got Jabba, JMK, JML, Sith Eternal, Rey, and Slacker, so only missing Lord Vader and Leia. And ships, they've got Maul, so fun times. It's certainly one of the more demoralising things in GAC when your opponent's full cleared you. And by the looks of it, very efficiently. I mean, for the record, I didn't expect much of that. That's not a good team. At least without the Zeta on, more so without the Zeta on hooks, but needs must. I was hoping that might pull a hole, just for the fact that Vader, Tal, and Malik is deceivingly tricky. Yeah, they've set me a really tough target here. I mean, we'll do our best, but it's going to be tough. Alright, nothing from the Tuskens, from Rey, from Jabba, from Padme, and from Malgus. To be fair, I'm not expecting holds anywhere here, but I'm just looking to see if there's anything that looks odd. Okay, I did a Wookiee-ish team there. Akbar nothing, Shaq nothing, Sana nothing, and Salty nothing. So yeah, this is tough. No point disguising it. Negotiator nothing, Executor nothing, Leviathan nothing. So no drops whatsoever. Kind of indicates that if we drop one battle, we're out. So, let's see what they put down. Cere, Taran, and Ahsoka, Fulcrum, Mon Mothma. Hunter, Echo, and CRex. Then we've got Finn, Zorri, Omicron, and Poe. And we've got a Nonal, Slacker with Hooks and Sith Trooper. Okay. That's throwing me a little. Yeah, I'd say he was very efficient. Okay, CLS, a Nonal Jabba. Malgus, not a top Malgus, but still a Malgus. Rey, Ben, Cal, and Adrad. Okay. So, this is the time that I bring out my plan. I did plan this because I had a feeling we would need one. But yeah, a bit of this is had to shift. So they didn't put Qui-Gon down, and they didn't put Salty down on the front wall. They didn't put Hera. Hooks was with someone else, so that won't be applicable there. Yeah, they've gone very tough on the front wall. Let's just adjust this. So, we've got a Rey down here. Oh, hang on, there was already a Rey here. So, is it Adrad they've added? No, Adrad, Malgus was there. Jabba wasn't. Looks like they've been farming 2 GLs at the same time. I mean, that's impressive. Okay. And then up here we got Cere, which I wasn't expecting. Mon, Bad Batch, even though it's not technically Bad Batch. Finn, and Slacker. Okay, that's updated it a little. Okay, so I feel like we're going to need Aphra on Jabba. We take JKR away from there, we're going to do JKR here. I think. Maybe not. Maybe we just go straight with JML. JML's probably safer. Then, considering it's a weak Cere, I don't know exactly what we could cheese with that. I'm gonna have to have a think on it. And we don't really know what's going to be on the back wall. Probably Sortie, something like that. So, yeah, the plan's been thrown into doubt, it's got to be said. But we're going to keep going. We'll just see how this plays out, and then hopefully we don't make a big mess. The fact that there's no ult on the Jabba should help, because it's not like they're going to instantly kill one of my toons. Ray could be a problem, but I'm not anticipating it being a massive one. So... oh, hang on, we don't want Empire here. Doit. Scoundrel. Aphra. There we go. And I've got my Afracron. Yep. Whenever a Scoundrel ally defeats an enemy to take a bonus turn. I've actually changed this since lock-in. I've now got the good level 6. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, but I think it's turn mitigate or something. But that one should be alright, considering it's the Aphra level 9. That's one way of thinking about it, Tommy. If you win, you can't lose. Alright, let's increase cooldowns. Not very fun, but okay. Alright, so Murder Droid is about to go. Basic, why not? And go on, put some torture on Chrysanthemum. Yeah, we're just going to keep increasing cooldowns with Aphra. And let's call the assist. Well, apparently we don't. Okay. Are those stacks not... yeah, those stacks aren't adding up, so she wasn't actually landing bombs then. That's very helpful. Okay, in your own time, BT. Let's just increase Jabba's cooldowns if we can. I'm not sure if we can. Heal up where we can. Get some armor shred on Jabba. Chrysanthemum comes back. Hello there, Wookiee. Alright, that was definitely a good start to 3v3. Probably use my most overpowered team right now, but we'll take that. So next off meta on the menu, which is the one I was actually leaning to before I realised I needed to switch things around. On the line Force users, Starkiller. Sadly, we do lose Visas in this lineup because of 3v3. But we will use a Cron. Actually, saying that. No, we'll use that Cron. We'll use the Malicos one. Because we've got two UFUs. I really miss the Visas bit, though. Just great having that safety net. Okay, we'll get rid of the crit hit immunity. And we'll basic. That wasn't nice, Starkiller. We'll do this for offensive. Throw a grenade. Alright, in the yellow. Just a little bit wary of Rey doing a big, massive hit. Like that. Thankfully, my Papa Palpatine is now actually a bit beefier, so that does help. $85 stacks. Alright, we can bring down the Star Destroyer in a second. It's going to be 4 turns with that healing immunity, so we don't really benefit from holding. There's more chance we wouldn't take a turn. There we go, inspired's off Rey. That gets her down. Oh, bloody hell. I really hate that interaction where Palpatine will just take another turn. It's like, oh, Ben's back already. Like, Palps, will you just not... Thank you. You can put up with Ben popping back up once Rey's down, but it's... Look, just go on in the Gala, that's it. Bye-bye, Ben, again. I'm just going to keep killing you, Ben. Just stop resisting. Alright, I shouldn't have done that, but I think we got away with it. 54. Okay, so we need some gas here. I haven't got a good gas cron right now. I'm just trying to think what might be good, because I've got a fair few of these purple crons. But a lot of the stats suck. There's just no way around it, they suck. That might be the best as far as we've got a bit of armor pen. But... What's on that? Starting the battle with 20% protection up. I don't think that helps in this situation. Just so much accuracy in these crons. I swear if you don't hit accuracy, you're doing well. Go on, I'm going to take maybe what is a suboptimal level 3 for the armor pen, because I think that's really good with clones. I mean, the potency, I don't think it's going to help much with Rex. I doubt it will with 5s either, but you never know, it could help get days there or something. I honestly don't know. There is one thing, at least this isn't a big, massive Malgus, you know, with Revan and Bastila. If they'd have placed that, I'd have been out. Simple as. This is just one of those Malgus comps that only taxes you a little bit. Alright, we've not got a taunt there now, so I figured let's do that. we'll get a taunt up on... Oh, okay, I was going to get a taunt up on 5s, but not really needed. That's it. Good boy, Gas. Could really do with the ramping up though, pal. Well, I figure... Let's try and get one of the sides down a bit. Okay, that was a bit of a waste as far as armor shred goes. But if Malgus has only got one ally, it can't hurt us. Okay, that was not great timing. He's just used his slam, so how I view it, we should be able to take a few hits with 5s. Try and make sure we keep them all alive. There we go. Wasn't bad timing, that. Got a crit, so that increases Malgus' cooldowns. There we go, Rex is out of fear. Okay, we need a crit to just to keep his cooldowns in check. I did say I needed a crit. Yeah, we're going to lose 5s here. Not gonna lie, that blows. Alright, we're not forming up. We might as well just start working on Malgus with gas. There we go. I'm annoyed at that. I really thought we got a good chance of keeping him alive, but just in time well. Okay. We've got CLS here, and I said I was going to do a mirror. I think we stand by that. Just because we don't know what's on the back wall, so I figure we do... We'll do a flat, a normal mirror. You know, like we still got the same lead, but we got the 2 different sides. And then I'm going to do Dash, Vandal, Hondo on Adrad. Fingers crossed, Tommy. I mean, it definitely feels like we haven't got a lot of wiggle room. It's certainly not my favourite way to play. I'm not an efficiency player. I think that's just plain and simple. Okay, right, 1 out. $57, okay. When we say we need to be efficient, that's what we need. Right, smugglers. Actually, let's make sure Vandal's there. I think we can afford to put something on here. I don't think it needs to be anything too crazy, but just something to maybe help us a little. Ooh, new environment. I heard they'd done it too. I was just waiting to see one. Alright, let's pop that there. Oh, nearly. No, we don't go for Jim. We won't go for Adrad. I'm going to put Captive there just because I feel like Adrad's the one that could really make that messy. again, put that on dash. I don't like those stacks on Rad. Yeah, I think we're going to struggle here. Yep. Can I? Yeah. Okay, that's the loss. Oh well. Well, what can we do just to get through this? I'd like to see the back wall. Yeah, it's a bit of an F that. Try and remember something. I need to look through my history. Here we go, third sister. Fennec, Mando, Bam. And this was, yeah, Fennec, Bossk, Mando. Maybe if you get away with that bod. Yeah, let's go with that. Just put that Chron on. Because like I said, I think we've lost at this point, so we might as well just wing it. Okay, so they go first. No big surprises there. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of resisting on their side, so that should charge up our contract. How I recall it as well, we don't necessarily need to win before they get their ult. There we go, we have got contract. Tenacity down's nice there. Okay, ability block is brilliant. Oh, okay, that wasn't good. Saying that, they both come back, so it's not the worst. It's Bossk who's really suffering a bit here. Alright, come on, let's heal up a bit. Tenacity down. Come on, keep healing. Keep healing. That's it, ability blocks. We want to keep them in check. We want tenacity up on our side. Okay, that wasn't great. Again, tenacity down. Tenacity down. Tenacity up on our side. I'm thinking maybe I've got to go for Cassian. Even though... Let's try it. There we go. So it's 2v2 now at least. There we go, tenacity up. There we go. See, that bod's got some use. He's not perfect, but he's got some use. I think that could even be optimized where you could do it quicker, but I just didn't think it through well. Ooh, okay, there's some squishy stuff back here, that's good, but sadly we got a Reva. So, my thoughts are, we are cooking a bit at this point. Actually, bounty hunters. We're going to start with this one. Fennec, Mando. Fennec, Mando, and Bam. And because I've really got no other thought of what to use that on, we'll use the Nisa Kron. I don't know how this battle goes, but apparently it can win. Oh, you're right to tell me, Reva. Oh, or maybe not you, Reva, it's Triller, isn't it? Get my Inquisitors mixed up. Alright, there we go. Let's protect Mando. It's actually given us a contract, it has. Cool. Okay, so we haven't got the buff yet. So I figure in the meantime, let's do that. I feel sorry for Bam, he's going to get really kicked hard in a minute. Bye-bye, Reva. Ooh. Let's heal up Bam again. Oh, the Bam and Mando. Alright, that's a good way of using bounty hunters. I like it. We got Wampa for this. Again, the fact that we dropped one battle kind of signals the end for us. I mean, it was already looking sketchy beforehand, but this kind of confirmed it. But like I say, we'll try and put in a good score. Just in case we can maybe pull a surprise out the out. Okay. Roar again. Yeah, I mean, I could take that. Oop. There we go, slam that ground. I mean, a lot of the time I will just back out when I haven't got a win. It's like, what's the point in playing? But I feel like if it's close, it's worth sticking in just to see. But yeah, we'll see how it goes, because we've still got a lot to do. Okay, we got a ROLO. Yeah, I was going to nest this, so let's stick to the plan, I guess. Have I got nest available now I'm saying that? Yeah, we got nest. Alright, let's do that. I'm kind of glad that she's using a AoE ROLO. Nest is kind of like Wampa, yeah. Oh, you could argue actually Nest was the original Wampa. You used to take her into solo things that weren't really that big a threat. Like, the big one used to be Ewoks. You know, if someone put Ewoks down on defense, Nest was just a clean solo for it. Well, even now they are. I mean, Nisa complicates it, but I imagine Ness could still put up a good fight there. Let's do that. And that. There we go. Alright, that could be tasty just for the fact that Django is our Sadden. So I don't want to go with something completely disrespectful, but equally I'm thinking, let's knock this down. What speed is Django? 231, so he's not crazy fast. Newt? 276, that's reasonably fast. Trench? Does he provide speed? Alright, so he only grants speed when they've got tech or extortion, so how I look at it, we might be able to just Imperial Trooper it. Oh, I'm trying to add a datacron when I can't. But yeah, I'm pretty sure my my Kieta is quicker than Django and all that. Alright, the tech is, well, the extortion's a bit concerning. Let's just go straight there, though. Go on, we'll do that. Okay, we got a kill. That should increase our turn meter. We'll do that. Oh, okay, we lost one. Not the worst thing. Ugh. Not the best thing, though. The reason I said not the worst thing is... yeah, we're out here, surely. Let me just do that, just so we can get the Newt out. Yeah, I was thinking to myself, it would have got Django at damage immunity, but yeah, lone Django. I kind of called it at the start, that could be what got us there. Let me have a quick look. What can we use? Maybe we could just use some random first order. I mean, we got Executioner here. I don't even know where Executioner would be on this list. If he is on this list. Oh, I've only got the pilots. Go on, we'll have Special Forces. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I know you were excited when it arrived. Yeah, sorry about that, Sabine. Yeah, just keep removing that turn meter. Speed down. Well, I didn't know you got a brother, so I'll take that as just an interesting little tidbit of information. I know who to blame if I ever need to for you. Here we go. Hey up, Borky. I thought I'd just lurk in your stream for a little bit before I came on here. Hope you had a good stream, man. Alright, I'm going to just try and throw a UFU team at this because we can't, like I say, we're YOLOing at this point. We've got no real hope, so it's like, why not? Let's just go with these three. Well, it's nice to hear that. I mean, I say that as an only child. I as much as I like the parts of that I've got from being an only child, I kind of do envy those who have got brothers and sisters. You know, just that familiar relationship you get because of it. But yeah, I'm going to say it's nice to hear. Can I just do that? And that? And go on, let's just do that. Oh, wow. Go on, smack all of them. Apparently we don't smack all of them. Good to know. Warzone's doing funny things right now. Honestly, I haven't played COD in donkeys. It's half the reason I was asking I came on, to be honest, because I was thinking, what is COD like right now? I know Modern Warfare 2's maybe had some funny reactions with the story, but that's about all I knew. Okay, burn baby burn. Base it? Base it? I mean, I could get a heal with Cal, but I don't think I'm going to. Alright, that wasn't too bad. I mean, 56. Hang on, I'm just catching up. So, decided to throw a pack of toilet roll at me when you explicitly said not to 3 times. And he lobs it at me when I'm 2 stairs above him in arm's reach. That does sound like brothers. Well, at least from the brothers I've heard of people have. Okay, I'll keep that in mind if ever I do see 2 on sale. PC players seem to be struggling a lot this year. I was just looking at like a few of the games that had actually had poor PC ports, and there's been a few, haven't there? I mean, Jedi Survivor's the one that's caught my eye. I remember The Last of Us Part 1 got a bad port as well. It's strange because you'd think, you know, with them saying, right, we're going to do this, we're going to bring it over, it'd be a really good dedicated port, but makes you feel like they've maybe been scrimping a little bit. Why, I don't know. That is a very handy skill. I know I learned a bit when I was at school. That makes me feel really old now. Like, we had stitching and sewing and all that kind of stuff at school. But, yeah, that was something I was actually kind of glad that they did with us. It's not something I've used since, but that's because my mum's good at it. So it's like, why try and do a botched job myself when my mum's more of a pro? But, I say, it's a good life skill to have, I guess. Well, that's a bummer. Alright, we've lost a few banners there. Oh, wait, 1 banner, cool. GTA 6 won't be on PC for the start as well. That's a bit of a surprise. I'd have thought they'd have been going straight for the PC release there. I mean, I think someone made a good point online wherever I was watching it, that they're saying 2025 for GTA 6, and I'm thinking most games get like a couple of months to a year delay. So I think 2026 more likely for that game. And it's a shame because it's such a long way away, but they've kind of indicated it's in progress at least. Yeah, I can't really remember it, but I think if I had to try it, I might be able to pick it back up. It's just not something I particularly want to be doing. Pretty much, yeah, Hermit waves and Kylo dies. It's a very nice ability. Alright, we got Raven. We got Jolie, and we got Yoda. He is, but when he's got Jedi Master Luke with him, he gets a bit more aggressive. At least if you're using the correct abilities. Let's swap to Yoda. steal that stealth, put some foresight up. Trying to think who could be the biggest problem here, because we obviously can't get to Zorri, so I'm thinking let's just mark the tank, I guess. Okay, let's give that to Yoda. Steal the stealth again. Base it. Pass to Yoda again. Bye-bye, Finn. Just spread what we can. Yeah, I'm going to say, Yoda's got it in him if he needs to. We just don't tend to see it. Okay, that wasn't fun. Sadly, we haven't got a dispel, but we can at least just try and whittle our way through this. I feel like I'm going to need to expand my Christmas song playlist. This one feels short compared to my main playlist. Let's put Foresight up, and we'll swap with Yoda again. Can we get Poe down? Probably not. Ooh, alright Poe, we're going for you again, pal. You know, you keep trying to hit me and I'm not really happy about it. There you go, Yoda, have that. Then, go on, steal the stealth and speed up. Give that to Revan. Alright, Zorri, you're really outnumbered here. .54's not great, though. Alright, so we've got a CRex team here. I figure... Let's do 1, 2, 3. Arc Trooper, restock blue stacks. Go on, we can do that after this battle. How you doing, Arc? Let's get CRex under a stun. Or a daze. And go on, ability block a lot. Daze them all. Yeah, I'm doing good. We've lost this round, I'd say, but we're still giving it a good college try. How about yourself? Alright, that's a bummer. Base it. I haven't put the voice chat on, but I'm not against it. It was more just a case I thought last time we were sort of having a bit of a chill stream, if you like, with the Conquest and all that, so it's not that we can't have that this time. Ugh. Okay. Let's just heal this guy up. Well, not the guy. I feel like this one could go for us, but it's just not going for us. And I don't think I'm going for the wrong clone either, that's the weird thing. I do feel like I just need to get CRex out. Ooh, wow, okay. I can only assume he's got something in his kit that I'm forgetting about that heals him on debuffs. Yeah, I think this is a loss. We lose the tank, we're out. Alright. We'll keep going. Let's go with Mon. I feel like Mon's got a way out of the cleanse scenario that we were stuck in. HRS, there we go. You haven't done your GAC yet, but you're outgunned to say the least. I'm sorry about that, Arc. I mean, if it's any consolation, I felt a bit intimidated here. I won't say this guy is, like, big and massive, it's just... He kind of scared me with his opening the opening score I saw, you know, it was about 2,000 odd banners, obviously, and it's like, damn. Josh the Nosh, hello there. How you doing? Let's cleanse all these debuffs. Or at least as many of them as we can. We've just used our big hit, so we've got to wait a minute with Echo. But we should be okay, actually. It's a bit of a shame Mon isn't coming in with these cleansers. There we go. So 34 there. What are we going to do with you? Again, I'm kind of at goofing around point, so let's try that. For all I know, there's something in the kit that really doesn't work well, but we'll see. It's alright, my lights were turning on. Go on, let's knock that out. You did your GAC, 9 million GP versus 11. You couldn't clear, oh damn. I'm probably not too far away from that. I think it was 9 versus 10 here, so I'm going to say it's not the same, but hopefully it makes you feel better in the sense of, you know, you're not alone. Oh, there we go, 57. That wasn't too bad. But yeah, I feel like there's going to be rounds like this. I mean, forget the fact that it's Kyber 2, forget that it's... I feel like I've got a tough bracket this week on this account, so it's like... We've got to just take the rough with the smooth a little bit. It is a shame, though. Right, I can see a Nightsister there. I'm curious how you all brought with me. Hey, we got them all, cool. Just have one Leviathan soul and nothing left to kill him. Oh, that... You know, last 5v5, it was Leviathan that really did me in. I wouldn't say I've actually recovered from that still. It's still like emotional damage. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a little bit strange, the actual defense this guy set. Because I saw what he was going to place, you know, it was on like the GA history and all that. But I didn't look on SWGOH GG, I looked on Omega Bot. And I only glanced, so I didn't actually see gear or anything, so I was expecting like really, really tough comps, and then, yeah, a lot of low gears. It was a surprise. I'm probably miles out, by the way, thinking that this could work, but I just kind of wanted to play with the Nightsisters. Boo! Boo! That's it, Daka. Get in there, girl. Yeah, I think I'm about the same there, Josh. I tend to go more heavy offense anyway, because I feel like it's a consequence of stream in a way. I like to do more attacks on stream, so I like to have the best toys I've got to do it. But I feel like there's always that bit of balance, isn't there? Let me forfeit this, I'm not getting out of that. But yeah, it's like, on my main, I got Reva the Lightspeed bundle. So that has really helped me out because I've been able to leave her on defense. But on the flip side, you really do... You really feel like you could still need her in that weird way, because obviously you need something on defense, but you want something on offense as well, if that makes sense. I don't know. It's where in my head I'm wondering, do I leave Ray on defense now and maybe move Jabba to offense? Especially if I know my opponent's got Aphra. I'm going to have to start doing more Aphra-related searches. Oh, SLP, there we go. Because I didn't actually check that with this guy if he got Aphra. If I'd known he had, I would have altered my defense. Can we take turn meter off Kyle? We got stun. Oh. Yeah, I think that's why I was really disappointed that my Jabba team didn't get a hold, because I'm like, this is a really good Cron on my Jabba team. You know, I thought, come on, surely it's going to at least get one trip from someone, but no, no trips. I'm not too surprised. I mean, JMK can obviously win Jabba matches, but I do feel like that new Cron really levels the playing field a bit. I mean, I've got to do squad arena battles on both of my accounts still, and I'm pretty sure on my main with Jabba I've not dropped in days, even though my shard's got Lord Vaders and all sorts. I'm beginning to wish I put Cassian in here for the buff immunity. Come on, can we... Yeah, you're just kind of being annoying here, Cara. I know it's your thing, but yeah, it's kind of annoying. Yeah, we're just going to kill her too easily at this rate. Try and think of low damage moves. Hey, we got it. There we go. Honestly, I don't mind doing Wampa solos. It's just... You've really got to time the moves right. It's like there, I thought we weren't going to get in, but at least we did get there in the end. How do I feel about the BAM Lightspeed bundle? I actually like... Well... Put it like this, the BAM one we know for certain. I actually like it. I mean, I can actually show my account a minute, because this is the one I've paid stuff on, so it's like I don't mind buying a bundle or whatever. For me personally, I think it's going to be good. Because, how do I phrase this? It's not like I desperately need these things, but they're not bad either. So like, let's have a look through it. I've also got BAM, so it's not like I need BAM, let's just make that clear. If you don't need to spend money, you don't spend money. Simple as that. But I'm looking at the value of the gear or gear and relics. And I'm sure Calvin Awesome did a video on it. He broke it down how many crystals it was worth. And for me, that was a big plus. It's like, okay, so there's a lot of crystals that you essentially gain for 20 quid, or value if you like. So I lose out with Mando, he's already relic 5. And the same would be with Grief, wherever he is. There's Grief. So with both of them, I lose out. But we've got Cara here at Relic 1. Again, kind of a loss, but it saves me a few bits of signal data and salvage. The big ones for me are Queel and IG. I mean, IG's gear 11. Queel's gear 8, is he? Gear 9. So neither of them need Cara Tech, but they both need gear and gear 12 pieces. Now the gear 12 pieces, how I was thinking in my head. The other day they were selling gear 12 right hand pieces in the store for $9.99 each. So 2 characters there that need to go to gear 13. Say you were to buy those packs, it would have been what, 20, 40 quid? So I'm getting them for half price essentially. So in that sense, I don't mind it. Plus, the left-hand pieces can be a pain. So in that sense, I don't mind it, but definitely not for everyone. Exactly, yeah. I think that's the big thing. If you've got even a bit of progress, like let's say gear 12, you're going to save a lot on the gear 12 gear and then the relics. I mean, the Phoenix one that's been touted, that one I'm a little bit more cautious on, but even then I'm still thinking it's not bad. Because I've got a Relic 5 Hera from Profundity, so that kind of is a bit of a waste. But my Kanan as well as Relic 5, because I actually built him up for platoons and then we didn't need it. So I'm hoping the other main 4 are in there, because I've got Ezra at Relic 1, so a bit like Cara, it's a nice bump. Sabine, Relic 5, great. Zeb and Chopper, I've never touched them. Oh, sorry, I've only just started working on Chopper because we've wanted him for Conquest, so I thought let's work on him. And then Zeb, I would like to upgrade him for the ship more than anything, so I'm happy with that. It's something you've always wanted to upgrade, but have been farming GIs or ships. Exactly. I mean, the ships especially have been taking over a lot lately, so I'm just hoping this is a chance to catch up in a weird way. I mean, I'd rather not be spending money, but if there is value behind it, I don't mind it in the sense it's not wasting money. At least as far as getting the enjoyment out of the game. Okay. Let's get into this mess. Bigsy Boy and Cassian. Oh, wait, that's Cassian, that's Biggs. Biston even. Yeah, 158. Okay. As long as you aren't doing an Argentine tango or something, you should be fine. Okay, so let's basic on Outrider. Flyby. Okay, we've got the buff immunity, that's good. Let's smack the dagger. And with any luck, we can get the dagger out. Yeah, I can respect that. Oh, come on, 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 come on. One AoE, please. Dagger out just makes things feel a lot safer. Yeah, I can open it in a sec. Just need to wrap up this battle. Bigsy Boy. Right. Biggs just survived, that's good. Oh well. We need to stealth Outrider this turn. We need to wiggle now. And then we do that. Please assist. Okay. Okay, so this is where it still feels sketchy because we've got to get a bit of ult charge still, I think. Oh wow, we're miles behind. Okay. Yeah, we don't get the full clear. Simple as that. There it goes. I mean, we got a dagger out, but yeah, I just won't be able to deal with the rest. I mean, yeah, I've just trying to remember what I've placed on defense, and it's not like I've got Negotiator that can maybe do a cleanup. Oh well. So I'm actually going to take a punt at something that I've never tried before, but I'm trying it simply because apparently it can work. I think you put in Vader here. I might be wrong. Now, that's the funny thing. I haven't got the Chimaera counter built yet, so that's why I veered away from it. I really have to rely on Profundity, and I'll be honest, my RNG got really nobbled there. I needed a lot more attacks out of turn. Well, that was good. I know I should bring in Defender, but my Defender is absolutely terrible, but let's give it a go. Like I say, we're experimenting. Alright, bye-bye Scythe. Heal up. Let's go for Xanadu. Maybe. I mean, like I say, my Iden is gear 7, so I wouldn't really want to bank on it, you know what I mean? For experimenting purposes, I could have done it the other way, but I thought I got more chance doing it this way round. Let's remove the Terminator off that. And go on, let's top up the TIE Fighter. Bit of irony that that's the one that evades. Yeah, my Iden is probably a New Year project of some sort. I'm actually quite impressed how well that worked. I might have to have that as my main Executor counter. So then it's Negotiator. And I'm kind of low on options. We have got Malevolence, so that's something. I just haven't tried Malevolence versus a Marauder lineup, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, when it comes to Iden, she's really lacking. I've got her gear 12 on my free-to-play, so I'm just hoping I can give her some love soon. My troopers in general need love on this account. I mean, we've got a Empire... saying that, have we got an Empire bundle coming out? I don't think we have we? If there was an Empire bundle, I would hope it would be Imperial troopers. Not necessarily Iden, but just the troopers. Thank you, Josh. I'm going to say, I do stream on Twitch and YouTube. I want to try and create more content on YouTube for SWGOH, but honestly, time is just my enemy right now. Here we go. Hey, nice one. I haven't got the red crate myself yet. I'm not a million miles away, but I'm still not near enough, if we're being frank. Okay, bye-bye, Sunfac. I mean, I'm on gold, so, like I say, I should get it. It's just, ideally I'd be done now so that I can just be doing Datacron farming. But I got held up because I didn't get Voluntary Vanguard. Ow. I think we've lost this. But yeah, I didn't get Voluntary Vanguard, so I lost a lot of battles trying to do... what was it? Tusken Warrior kills. I managed to find a way of doing it. It was reactive... I can't remember what the actual name was. Reactive something, where essentially you take a turn every time an enemy takes a turn. That was pretty helpful, because then with Deadly Catalyst, I was essentially just able to keep interrupting and taking turns to kill them. Exactly, yeah. I mean, I was able to make it work in the end, at least, but it was a slog getting there. We're not cleaning this, I take it. Do I get one more turn? Alright, maybe we can survive a bit longer. Maybe by some miracle we could get Anakin out with the AoE. Did something just increase our cooldowns? Oh well, never mind. Okay, like I said before, we weren't clearing the wall anyway, so that's just compounded it. But yeah, a bit of a shame. I don't like losing GA. Obviously, I want my crystals, but this guy, he did well before I even turned up. It was a straight shootout as far as clear every battle without dropping or you lose. So we have stuck around a bit longer than I needed to, really. I mean, since we dropped on Adrad, we were out. So I'll take it as far as we've actually played on a little bit. We've kind of got a feel for 3v3 again. And to be honest, I'm kind of glad as well, because Crimson, which I'm just going to load up, I'm low on crystals there, so I really need a win there. And when I was on there before, my opponent hadn't attacked, so we have got some... It's alright, it's just... That could be it.
Oh yeah, it could be.
Alright, GA time again. Let's
Temmin lost, right? So it's Crimson. How's Crimson looking?
This one, I think this one's a little bit closer. I mean, we're in Kyber 3 here, so it's a bit of an easier match, but saying that, I think there's a lot of people in Kyber 3 like myself who'd like to push up a little. So, it's a bit closer. I mean, the GP's further. It's 800k this time. I think it was 600k for Temmin. 2 Zetas behind, so... 9 Omicrons ahead, so... that's not too bad. 20 total relics and 7 relic 5 pluses, so not that big a gap. It's not crazy numbers like hundreds. Decrons, I'd say we're looking okay. I mean, we've got level 9s in our favour. They've got more 6-stop mods, but then my speeds are better, so again, that's good. I'd say GLs is what concerns me. They've got Jabba, JMK, JML, Sith Eternal, Rey, Kylo. A bit like last time, it's only Lord Vader and Leia they're missing. And then, unlike my main account, we only have Profundity here as an option for Leviathan. So, yeah, could be a bit rough. But I'm kind of hopeful. Maybe it's misled hope.
Does Executor not beat... I forgot its name already, and it was just on screen.
Leviathan.
Does Executor... Yeah, Revan's fleet.
Yeah, it can, but I've never tried it because I feel like it's one of those that screams unreliability.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
I'm looking at my defense and I'm thinking I did forget to put some crons on some of these teams, but I'm a bit short on them.
Maybe they'll help. Maybe they'll help more on offense.
Yeah, maybe. I know I put a few down on this wall. We've got a Revan team with a Visas Cron. Bit weird, but I mainly did it for the dark side, level 3. Plus a bit of defense and crit damage.
Oh, crit damage is always helpful, especially with Darth Revan.
I thought this was good with this Aphra Cron. Ability blocks with Bam, Queel, IG, because you think to yourself, they should get a fair amount of ability blocks in.
Yeah, no, that'll be huge, yeah. Do you have Darth? Does Crimson have Malgus?
Only gear 12, but I'm actually working on his gear softly.
Oh, okay, I was wondering why you didn't put Malgus lead on the Revan team.
Yeah, once I've got him at Relic, he'll slot in. It's with Rey. Rey's just holding me up right now.
Oh, right, yeah.
So, we've got a weird Inquisitor team with Nightsister lead. We've got Bossk Bounty Hunters. GG. Darth Revan with Sith Assassin and Bastila. Can't say I've seen Sith Assassin in a team like that before.
That'll be for Malik solo.
Yeah, and then Crew Carlo Phasma. Interesting.
Crew Carlo.
I mean, you can tell someone's got Sith Assassin for Leviathan and they're thinking, right, what do I do with this?
Me, I found a use for my assassin. Darth Vader, Darth Talon, and Sith Assassin.
Close to what I did on my main, I did Vader, Talon, and Malik.
Oh, because that gives... Yeah, because I've got Malgus, so... I ran Malgus... You've got ads, by the way.
Oh, elaborate.
I've got 3 ads, yeah.
Okay.
I ran Malgus, Rev, and Bastila in a team on defense, Malak for solos, and then that gives me Talon and Sith Assassin from Cere and Malgus respectively unused, and neither of them are leads, so I just put them with Vader.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I feel like that's the big thing with Malgus, that he does really require Revan and Bastila in 3v3, and it's like this, you think this is going to be gas food. I mean, Starkiller, Mon Mothma, and Rey. Oh, only
really
a Relic 5
hoping.
Rey.
Oh, Ultimate?
Yeah, that's different.
R5 or not? You normally only see R7 and 8 with Ultimate. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, especially with Rey, it's not an easy one.
Yeah. I mean, it's not that it's bad to have no ult. I mean, if you want Rey on defense, it's actually better to have no ult because she'll just keep doing the sudden whirlwind.
Yeah, I mean, I can't help but look at that and think maybe they had an ult for someone like JML and they held it and then applied it to Rey and then did his event again.
Or maybe they did Rey's event and put it on JML. I've definitely heard of that. I've not seen it, but I've heard of it.
Yeah, it just makes me think, because getting it R5, it's like maybe they just went a bit, they got the ultimate early, essentially.
Because you have to be Relic 1 to use it, don't you?
Yeah, I do think you need relics on it.
Which is a very interesting choice, make it Relic 1.
Especially in the context of relics.
Exactly.
Alright, so we got Starkiller for this. We have got an okay level 6 for it. Not great stats, but health steal doesn't hurt. How I figure it, same as last time almost, except for instead of Cal healing up, it's just Holdo kind of taunting and getting in the way. I found that one more annoying because you've just got to keep an eye on Cal, whereas I don't think Holdo will do much. Okay, so get that crit immunity. Base it with Starkiller. You know, Starkiller's such a strange tune in the sense I don't ever think of using his specials unless Rey Jedi Training's around.
What data quant do you have on Starkiller?
It's a Visas Cron.
What's the level 6?
It will give riposte if I do a special.
I use the one where it, whenever an ally gains buffs, unaligned force users gain defense up to 400%. It's very nice.
1 second. Just thinking, we got Mara, then it's Ben, Rey. Okay, we'll do the base.
I was gonna say, do you not use the turn meter tracker and then you just pulled it out?
Not bad timing.
That was perfect timing.
Okay, brilliant.
Great
She got
timing.
the ult. That was what was getting me then. I thought if she doesn't ult, she's going whirlwind again, and then I'm dead.
No, I think Rey's coded to ultimate as soon as she gets it.
Yeah, exactly. It was more a case of I thought, will she get the ult, or will she take a turn before she ults, essentially.
Alright.
Okay, so we'll just keep going for Ben, even though it's... Oh, hang on, that we do need to Rey because of Inspired.
If you can also shock Holdo, that'd be great for your turn meter.
Yeah. We got 1 turn for it? Yeah, there we go. That's not too bad. Alright, can we just knock Ben out the sky? Nearly. Oh, damage immunity.
Ooh.
Bugger.
You can go for Rey, I think she's weak, right?
Yeah, trouble is we can't kill her until Ben's out of damage immunity.
Oh.
Okay, there we go.
Nice.
And Ben's just going to keep doing a jack-in-the-box thing now. I think that might be on Sabine's end.
I apologise if so.
About that. It's a bit awkward if I mute you, Sabine, as far as...
Yeah, I apologise. I am so sorry.
Oh. I'll tell you what.
I am very sorry about. I am very sorry about the echo.
Gotta swap hats.
Couldn't handle the festivities?
I was getting earache with my glasses.
Oh, that's fair enough. I apologise about the echo, by the way.
It's okay. I think it's just one of those where I can kind of get used to it talking, but I think if people hear it, they might be like, "What is that?"
Yeah.
Okay, we've got Starkiller here, so I'm thinking, do we do CLS? Well, maybe we just go a bit heavier.
You could Wampa it, but there's the risk of being stunned.
Yeah, I feel like Wampa's like last resort here. I have got an idea of what they play, so let's see if we can pull it up. Here we go. If I knew I wasn't going to be facing Lord Vader's regularly, I think I would put JMK on defense a bit more. Here we go. So no GL's expected at the back. So I feel like we can go just that bit heavier. Trying to think who would be the cleanest to take Starkiller out. I mean, it says Slacker solo here. But, oh, and that's without Starkiller. I think Slacker might just be the safe choice. And then... Alright, hang on. What did I just use? It was... I used Palpatine, didn't I? So where's Palpatine? He isn't here. Cool.
You used Palpatine, Mara Jade, and Starkiller against Rey.
There we go. So let's just say we did... Let's say we did Sith Eternal on Malgus, which we don't need to do, but say we did.
Do you have, what's your General Grievous look like?
It's pretty good.
Because I think Grievous can beat Starkiller, right? Or the EP Mara lineup, at least.
In 5v5 and 3v3, it's a lot sketchier. Well,
okay.
I'd actually say it's not viable. CLS is more viable in 3v3, but my CLS is trash compared to my main.
Alright, okay.
We can add in the Mon Mothma. I think I'd be willing to do Maul, or maybe not even Maul, maybe do JKR and Adrad. Then it's just Starkiller. It's choosing the best option. I think Slacker would be it. And we'll come back to these in a minute, because I think the rest of the walls should be okay once we know what we're doing. Alright, so I'm going to leave Starkiller a minute. There's no Datacrons there, so Iden should be good.
Iden, Death, and Shore Trooper, I'm guessing?
Stock and range. Just for the simple fact they've got higher relics, so she can make them hit harder.
True. Not something I thought of. I keep forgetting Stark's a trooper because I don't use them ever.
I like Stark. I mean, he's very much a... I don't... Oh, hang on. Mom brings Carl back. Yeah, I always like Stark just for the fact that if you've got a good battle for him, i.e. you don't want your turn meter reducing... let me start that again. If you don't want turn meter reducing, he's bad, obviously, but if you don't mind that, he's very good because he'll just keep the opposition quiet.
Oh,
there we go. Just removes a surprising amount each turn. That's why you never take him in against something like Django with damage immunity.
Oh, because Django will never take a turn. I think you can remove turn meter off someone that's damage immune.
Yeah, but it's not actually via damage it removes it.
Oh, that's why. That's why staggers don't work. Right, okay.
Here we go. So we got Jedi Scum. We want Bastila and Yoda. Surprised there's no Zetas on those two. Normally I'd put the Zetas on Jin and Cassian, if anything, just to improve the ship. Oh, I'm loving these new environments. It's like playing Jedi Fallen Order again and getting PTSD.
Oh dear, that was an experience, wasn't it?
Trying to see me play on Grandmaster difficulty is certainly that. I do need to go back to that Survivor playthrough I was doing with... I can't remember what you call the mode, but it's the one where you essentially have one-shot kills.
Sorry?
There's a mode in Jedi Survivor where essentially you have one-shot kills. I want to try and go back to that. I was struggling with Orson.
It's one of those, like, mod cards.
It was New Game Plus.
Yeah, it's only available in New Game Plus. I know what you're on about, I can't remember its name.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was called, but I was doing that with the one-shots, and I'd also got the randomizer for the... you change your Luke and lightsaber on death. So, it was interesting, let's say that. You never knew what you were going to look like, because I was dying that often.
A Jedi for every occasion.
Exactly. Alright.
It was a great idea, that was.
I was going to use Sith Eternal, but I think we just we gas this. I mean, there's nothing too frightening about that. Famous last words. Let's go with that. If I'm wrong, we've still got C. It's funny because when I do like YouTube chapters at the end, I'll end up writing sometimes, oh, we did this again. You know, because even I get a bit bored of doing the same counters all the time. But honestly, in this situation, it kind of makes sense. Just try and save C for a solo somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely.
You could potentially have soloed this, because there's no ability blocks.
Oh, that was a echo, I heard that one.
Yeah.
Oh, someone else has joined the VC, that's why.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hey, Bones. You know what? I really wish they had a way of having a Discord overlay for myself, just so that if anyone was like hopping in, I could just see like up in the corner, a bit like if I was playing a Steam game.
Oh yeah, that would be great.
Alright. Thank you for your service, Fives. Gassy baby, we're gonna have to ramp up here, pal.
Oh, you got a sacrifice, that's quite good.
It's good for the offense,
Also,
but I really need it to ramp.
You talking about Jedi Survivor?
Yeah, we were talking about that.
That game just proved why Jedi would be OP if they used blasters.
I really enjoyed that
says blasters are uncivilized. Obi-Wan Kenobi says blasters are uncivilized. Cal Kestis just rolls up with a pistol. It's just that scene where he pulls a gun on an Imperial.
You look good doing it.
And then Cal
says
just...
they're uncivilized, and Cal just says, "Parry this, you fucking casual."
Cal just does that scene where he pulls it on an Imperial officer, but just to Obi-Wan is like, yeah, about that. This is cool.
Well, it reminds me of that Danny DeVito meme. So anyway, I started blasting.
Yes.
Yes.
So anyways, I started blasting.
I could make that a meme right now, actually.
Especially with the actual ending.
I could genuinely do this right now.
I mean, to be fair, him...
Oh man, the
his,
rancors. Oh man, Art Trooper.
Yeah. But, like, his slow down time ability with, like, just the fucking rage mode or whatever it was, is still one of my favourite scenes. It's just all those Imperials, and it's just like, okay, well...
There was only one thing that could have made it better. Only one thing.
What?
A hallway.
Yes, Cal Kestis' hallway scene.
To be fair, he had several hallways.
Yes, I would have loved it.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah,
we
could have done
several.
Like, we could have had that massacre in a hallway, and it would just been the best hallway scene ever.
Oh yes, my favourite part of fucking Jedi Survivor is when Cal unlocked his stand Zawado and stopped time. It's still one of my favourite scenes, but like, it shows why Jedi are BS.
Can we base
Jedi
it?
be Jedi.
There we go.
I think that was one of my favourite things. Was like, there was a would you rather, and it was just like, oh, you get to live in the world of Star Wars, but you can't be a Jedi, and I'm just there, just like, I'll just be a Sith then. What?
You could be a Sith who went to the light side. You're not a Jedi, but you're still a light side Force user.
It's either a Sith or a Grey.
You know what, Ark? I did try the dual Rancor on the one below Grandmaster, and I couldn't do it. That was just torture for me, trying to get them to sort of cooperate as far as dealing with one and then getting to the other. It was crazy.
Oh, I watched one of my friends try that challenge. He's not usually like an angry gamer. He punted his controller into his wall trying to do that on Grandmaster.
I'm not surprised. It's not really a fun game mode. Or a fun challenge in there. Unless you're a sadist.
And when I say he punted it into his wall, it was actually stuck in the plaster.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I say punted, I mean punted.
Oh, hang on, what's that?
Punt kicked or just punted?
Oh, crit damage, okay. You didn't even
Was it
attempt the
punt
dual
kicked,
Ogdo
though?
challenge. You know, something about that one I wouldn't mind trying. The Ogdos didn't bother me that much, at least when I faced them in Survivor. But maybe I've got rose-tinted glasses remembering it.
That can happen. It's one of those ones where it's just like, thinking back on it, I don't think I struggled too much. But if you went back and watched yourself, you'd probably...
Yeah, it's like anytime
You know
I
what
saw
would
a
be,
Rancor,
even
I
more
retreated. Well, except for the first time, it's like, okay, I've got to take it down once, but after that, I'm like, no, I'm out of here. I'm not even chancing this.
Do you know what would be?
Now, fam,
what would
I'm
be even
out.
funnier?
Yeah. Go on.
Facing two Rancors with the modifier that you are one shot, but your enemies are not.
Oh man, that would be
That sounds like
absolutely
hell.
yeah.
On
Remind me to
Grandmaster.
never ask him to include that in a game.
I'll ask them to include it, don't worry.
Is that Tank Tack?
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
Yes, it is. I still remember when Grandmaster Kenobi first released in this game, going back to SWGOH, when Grandmaster Kenobi, or Jedi Master Kenobi, why do I call him Grandmaster? Oh, I'm thinking of Yoda.
I was about to say, who's Grandmaster Kenobi? I don't think he ever reached that rank.
No,
He
I'm
deserved it.
getting him and Yoda confused. But when JMK first released in this game, the first threes, they had him. I put JMK. It was. I think it was the first threes after him, and also with the Mace rework having happened. I put him, Cat, and Mace on defense once we had all three of them, and my opponent messaged me just like, "You bastards." I said, what's the problem? They keep passing turns to JMK.
I'm assuming this is after Mace's rework.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to say that would have been brutal. I mean, it's not a team I've seen with Mace, but I hate JMK on defense anyway, let alone with Mace.
Oh, it was fantastic. He sent me the footage. They just kept on targeting JMK, and he kept targeting them, so their mastery skyrocketed. It was just like, I can't stop it.
I lose this battle a lot.
Yeah, it's one of those. I remember when people worked this out.
R3D3, thank you for the sub. That's YouTube, isn't it? Hello there. Okay.
R3D3, Poggers. He's R2D2's slightly less murderous cousin.
Can't be as bad as the one from the Clone Wars that betrayed the Snips.
Yeah, that's true. To be fair, we all know the true war crime bot is Chopper.
I was going to say Chopper gets away with murder quite literally. Ew.
It was a good thing. It was a good thing that Hera managed to restrain him during that council meeting. It was so good.
I did love
Otherwise,
that scene.
they would have all been dead.
It was a good scene. That I mean,
you disrespecting me.
this is what gets me about some Star Wars TV. Right, people like to hate on it. I think it's not like there isn't like objective criticism, but it's like that scene. I hear people moaning about it, and I'm just thinking, just cheer up and enjoy it. It's not meant to be like great art. It's just meant to be fun. I don't know. I'm easy to
I have
please.
to admit, I was more than like surprised with how good like all of the live action versions of different characters have looked.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
I think the one
Cad
for me
Bane,
was Hera.
Hera.
I wasn't expecting her to be that good.
Yeah, well, it was Cad Bane that started it for me. Like when he first appeared in Book of Boba Fett, like I knew who it was as soon as it got. Like, as soon as I saw the silhouette, I was just like, that's Cad Bane. Oh my god, that's Cad Bane.
I wish I could say the same. I didn't clock him until later.
It's the hat that does, like, it's the cowboy aesthetic that does it for me. I see a cowboy in Star Wars with the hat and everything, and my brain's just like, that's Cad Bane. That's the picture association.
Best thing I can say is she did really well, because even though like I was glad it was Cad, I just never added 2 and 2 together there straight away. I know a lot of people who did.
Oh yeah, the amount of reaction channels that I saw watch that, and they just knew right away who it was.
I mean, it's brilliant for Cad though, isn't it? As far as people know him just at sight like that. I think it's why people watch him
like,
be
you
dead.
don't even have to. Yeah, you don't even have to necessarily see him. You just see his outline and you know who it is. But it's that, and like that was a nice surprise. I wasn't expecting him to look so good. And then like seeing, was it ever confirmed whether or not it was Zeb in that one episode?
Yeah, it was confirmed.
Okay, he also looks really good.
Yeah, I mean, I was disappointed he didn't appear in Ahsoka. I thought, come on, you really primed us for that.
I didn't like the amount of people that were hating on Ahsoka's appearance. I was just looking at it oh no, it was Ahsoka that started it, and then it was Cad Bane. But yeah, I saw Ahsoka and was just like, okay, I have faith that they could do other characters. Then I see Cad Bane, other proves my point. Then we get Zeb and all of that, and it's just like, yeah, you know what? They are... The only one I didn't like, admittedly, because I now can't unsee Blue Elon Musk, is Thrawn.
The thing for me with Thrawn, you could only do so much as far as what Lars Mikkelsen looks like, so I think for that reason I was quite willing to just let it pass in the sense.
I am not disappointed with the actor. It's just like they tick so many of the boxes on so many of the other characters that I can give them a pass.
Yeah.
Because I understand that it's not easy. And besides, it's the voice.
Yeah.
All you need is the voice for Thrawn, and it's just like he could honestly look like you just painted Lars Mikkelsen blue and put him in a shitty wig. I would be happy.
I mean, I think with Thrawn, you look at him and I know some of the criticisms about him, but if anything, I thought some of them just got a little too personal with Lars, as if to say, you know, he got a bit of weight on him, and I'm like, all right, kick him, man. You know, you don't need to criticise that kind of thing, you know. But just in general, I was like, he embodies Thrawn really well. You know, I'm like, come on, don't knock the man too hard just because it's not how, say, he looked in the cartoon or whatever.
Yeah, and I also think when you're talking about like people criticizing him for looking a little bit on the pudgier side,
Yeah.
it's like, well, yeah, I mean, I noticed that, but at the same time, like Thrawn, you're comparing him to a cartoon character. They all have generally unrealistic body proportions. First of all, like I feel like Thrawn was far skinnier than he probably should have been in the cartoon.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
he still cuts an imposing figure, but like he's fairly strong. Like the uniform's not that loose on him. Like he didn't strike me as he doesn't strike me as a particularly big figure.
yeah, I mean, if I'm right,
Either way,
in the cartoon he is a combatant, isn't he? Because we have that scene where
Yeah,
he
he
takes down
throws
the
hands.
droid.
Well, not just the droids, he takes on Agent Callus in hand-to-hand combat
Ah, I forgot about that.
as well. But yeah, like he takes on like 2 or 3 droids in close combat. Like that's a feat in and of itself.
I think I've gone in with the wrong team here.
You think?
It's looking that way.
I'm just watching. Obviously, I've got some stream delay because I'm on my phone. Yeah, I am.
Yeah, 3-pack's dead.
Oh, lil bro, that's not good.
Yeah.
Oh god, Chewie, no.
I don't know why I tried that, because I've got Adrad.
Yeah, why did you do that?
Yeah, I think in my head I was like, oh, you know, like if it was 5v5, you'd throw CLS at it. But because it's 3v3, I'm thinking I've lost
Yeah,
Horn.
that's 5v5. But no, on the point about Lars Mikkelsen again, is I think that's also just the sign of a director that actually gives somewhat of a shit about their actors
Yeah.
as well. Because it's just like, he could very well have, asked Lars to get in shape for the role, but to cut a bit more, I guess, of the military figure that people, I guess, were expecting of Thrawn. But like,
Yeah.
when you see the shit that people have to do that on short notice, like, it's not healthy.
I mean, I think that's the thing. I remember with, I'm trying to remember that, like, when the actual sequels were announced and they were filming kind of thing, I know there was reports that Carrie Fisher and Mark Hamill had been told they needed to get in shape, and, with hindsight especially, I think, God, that wasn't good.
Yeah. Also, ARC Trooper makes a good point.
The actor nails the intimidation, but he has been established as an elite fighter, so it's kind of weird. Yeah, I think that actually is a fair point with Dabba Boba. I think it would be really interesting if, with Lars how he is, if they do somehow show in future appearances that he can still kick ass. It would dispel
I
that
was
fear.
slightly disappointed that we didn't get that in his appearance, but I'm hoping if he pops up again, we get to see him throw hands with someone. That'd be good.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be hopeful there'd be something.
That's something that I have really loved about Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett and all of that, is how much more close combat we get to see.
Yeah.
It doesn't involve, like the actual martial arts, or even just street brawling that we get to see.
I mean, I think with Book of Boba Fett, the issue would have been that maybe you've got like the funny twirl and all that. It's like...
Look, I don't give a shit about that, because generally the whole thing was really good.
It's one of those where people see something and they will pick at it, and I get it. It was a bit of a weird one, but yeah, I think it probably over-egg it a bit.
Still. Yeah, well, like, come on, we got to see Boba Fett and Mando fighting back to back in the streets.
Well, not just that, we got
Like,
to see him
some
ride
of
a
the shit
rankle.
they pull off in that is amazing. like Mando dropping to his knees, pistol in one hand, whistling birds flying off from the other. Like that's some of my favourite ones. That's one of my favourite shots. I'm
just looking at what Ski's saying here, and I'll be honest, I'm not sure I agree. I mean, I personally didn't think Rosario was bad with the lightsaber. I mean, if anything, I thought a lot of the action sequences in Ahsoka got praised because it felt like they were more... What's the phrase? Well thought out, well choreographed. But I don't know if that's maybe what you're getting at, that maybe because of that it had an impact. But I didn't mind it. Because when you think, she's not... I mean, we're talking about the motion capture for Clone Wars Season 7. It was a different time in Ahsoka's life.
Hi back, hello.
Hello, Sabine again. But yeah, it's like a different time in Ahsoka's life for that scene, so I think it does suit that with Rosario. There is a slower fighting style. It's a bit like trying to expect someone to fight like the 17 all the time.
Well, also, funnily enough, I suppose I kind of see the point, because actually, the person who did the mocap for Ahsoka in Clone Wars actually did work on The Mandalorian. Lauren Mary Kim was also the double for the Armourer.
Oh yeah.
So they could have gotten her to do the fight scenes, but I guess I understand wanting to keep Rosario doing it.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose that's the thing. If you can get her doing it, why not?
My only complaint, really, for some of the choreography, the only bit that I had a complaint with the choreography was just... It's mainly Sabine, Ahsoka, and it was Ezra with them, wasn't it? Against the Death Troopers, against the Night Troopers and that. I didn't quite like that stuff there.
You talking about the actual, when they first got to the fortress?
When they're being pressed. There, the Night Troopers are advancing, and the first time we actually see the Night Troopers being resurrected as well.
I think they could have done that
in the fortress
kind of fight. That one I feel like could have been done better. Sabine, I will give I can give something to Sabine's fighting style being a bit less well-rounded, because she's still. It seems like she's still really learning.
Yeah, I think. The thing with Sabine that I'd say, even though she's new as a Jedi, if you want to call her that, Force user, she's still a very skilled combatant. I mean, you'd imagine she's still good with a lightsaber, because when you think she learned from Kanan, there's been years since then where she's trained with Ahsoka. So even if she isn't a natural lightsaber wielder, she's still competent, you would have thought.
Yeah, I guess I feel a bit more forgiving on that, because, again, the other two have, I feel like, more experience.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm a bit harsher on them. But, overall, I didn't have much of a problem. I really loved,
Hello there, Brad, by the way.
What was the guy's name? The one that fought basically like a medieval knight.
Balin's gone?
Yeah, but Balin.
Balin. Yeah, the fight between Balin and Ahsoka is still one of my favourites, because it has that whole... Because again, he fights like a medieval knight, whereas Ahsoka fights... people have made the comparison, Ahsoka fights more like a samurai or a ronin. So it's also a fantastic dichotomy of an East versus West style.
We're talking about the first duel with Balin, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I like that one. I felt like it was a very slow duel, but it was methodical. You think about Balin's entire motivation in that duel was just making sure that Ahsoka couldn't get to the doohickey thing. I can't remember what you call it, but just basically he was playing defense, and I thought it played really well. Star map, thank you. But yeah, it really did play well, I thought. But
you're welcome.
I think it's just one of those where you're maybe you want to see more bombastic content or choreography.
Yeah, I feel like they may have been trying to mix something of the prequels and the original trilogy in terms of some of the choreography. Like, you still get you get more action, but it's still in that slower, methodical, thought out kind of way.
Yeah.
Because that was the thing with the original trilogy, is they took a lot of inspiration from the old samurai films. There wasn't much movement, it was slow, methodical.
I mean, that's Dave Filoni down to a T. He loves that genre. It's not something I'm personally into, but I love seeing it. It actually kind of makes me want to watch that sort of stuff because it does look interesting how it's shot. I think the biggest example was Ahsoka's live-action debut. That those two duels, if you like, going on. It was Ahsoka versus... Her name escapes me all the time.
Magistrate, I think.
Yeah,
wasn't she called like the Magistrate or something?
At the time, she was called the Magistrate, but she has got a name.
Morgan Elsbeth.
Morgan Elsbeth, thank you.
Morgan Elsbeth.
Yeah, you got that duel there, and you got Mando versus the other guy whose name I have completely forgot. But yeah, honestly, they were both well staged as far as, you'd obviously got the samurai feel with Mando with the drawing the blaster, but you got the
That was also another fantastic dichotomy, like the two again, I do love all of the East and West kind of stuff there, like the traditional kind of samurai duel versus the Wild West duel going on. It's a fantastic little dichotomy that they get going on with that, and I appreciate that.
I mean, I think it's where, if you think about the sequel films, they got criticism because it felt like they didn't have a plan. And what I would say, I think when you've got someone like Dave Filoni, it does feel like there is a plan. You might not like it, but there is a plan. And I think just scenes like that just illustrate that he has got a picture in his head, even if maybe you don't necessarily like the picture. You know what I mean? Yeah,
exactly. It is, exactly. He is the artist, this is his art.
Yeah.
And art is subjective. There are some things that, yes, you can call out, and a lot of people will probably agree that, yes, in some cases they are objectively bad.
I mean, I actually like Art Trooper's comment there, just as far as Balin being like a medieval knight. I loved it. It really gave him a unique feel, rather than just being, oh, this is Dark Jedi number X, whatever. It really made you think, oh, this guy's got something about him. And I think this is why we want to find out more about Balin, because you kind of want to find out who his master was and how he was sort of how he essentially started like that, if you like, or that's how his combat became. But maybe Tales of the Jedi could do something, but I don't know if they'd want to do that.
Yeah, I was so upset to find out that his actor had passed away.
Yeah.
That was a kick in the teeth.
It's the only thing you can say, that at the very least he put in such a good performance that, by all accounts, he was really excited to hear fan reaction. So it's one thing that the fans loved it.
Oh yeah. That's one thing that I always wondered, right? So this I thought would be an interesting what if. And this isn't anything necessarily to do with the characters, more to do with the actual actors, right? And I love both of these actors. I've always been curious as to how one would play the other's role. Charles Dance and Christopher Lee swapping roles. So Charles Dance as Count Dooku and Christopher Lee as Tywin Lannister in Game of Thrones.
I'm sure
I always wondered how
Christopher Lee could have done Dance. I'm sure Christopher Lee could have done Lannister in Game of Thrones. I'm not saying Dance couldn't do Dooku, but I think that'd be a more interesting one. They've got similar appearances.
Well, indeed. I also feel like when you look at the characters, I feel like it's not all that much of a stretch.
I mean, if we're being honest,
I does not like the idea.
By the time Charles Dance was no longer part of Game of Thrones, it was still doing alright. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, exactly. He got out when the going was still good in that series.
I mean, you could argue it only went down a little bit in the final season. Maybe, if you want to be harsh, the final 2 seasons.
Yeah, I feel like I didn't hate season 8. I was okay with like the first couple of episodes. The Battle of Winterfell was dumb.
It was dark.
Just in general.
All they need to do is put a bit more light on it.
But it's not even that. I just look at it and I'm just gonna go, how the hell has no one learned any military tactics here? Like, why?
What are we talking about?
Battle of Winterfell in Game of Thrones.
I think that's the way to think. How is
Game
that
of
story
Thrones.
still not ended in the books? Like, surely you'd think there'd be some publisher going to George R.R. Martin and saying, "We would like to see the end of this sometime," you know.
Yeah, them trying to cram season 8 as well, I think, into 6 episodes also did not help things.
Yeah.
Because, like, even Daenerys's, like, madness just felt rushed and
Definitely.
bad. Like, it wasn't...
Yeah, I will agree on that
that
with the Dothraki. That was weird. I mean, there were a lot of inconsistencies, and
Well,
I think that's why you just look. Why did they rush it?
I mean, well, for me, I'm just... Oh my god, the amount of videos I've watched where people talk about that battle, like actual military historians talk about that battle, you can see the pain on some of their faces as they're watching it. Like, why the fuck are you doing this?
I mean, I'll say this: I'd never watch a TV show and treat it like real life like that. You're just setting yourself up for pain.
There is... Well, there are some good... there are some good ones.
I bet some, but
you do
just in the long run, you're probably going to have worse. A lot of worse.
Yeah, and it's the same thing as like watching actual stunt coordinators and stuff talk about different like fight scenes and stuff from different stuff. It's only when I'm looking back on some of the fight scenes from Game of Thrones that I realise they're not as good as I thought they were.
It's been a while since I watched the actual fight scenes. I mean, the one that I think was good,
Brienne
at
of
least by
Tarth
memory,
and the
was
Hound.
Hardome.
Yeah, but like Brienne of Tarth versus the Hound, I remember loving their duel over Aya. And then actually rewatching it and actually listening to someone who knows about filmography actually talking about it and comparing it to other stuff, you actually realise it wasn't that good.
I mean, I can kind of agree with Ski there, as far as... I could believe maybe the TV companies were like... They weren't bothered about the ending because it wasn't what George R.R. Martin probably will do, so they were like, just do what you want with it, kind of thing. They were kind of just happy to get it out there rather than actually, you know... Do you know what I'm getting at?
Yeah, exactly. And also, I agree with ARC Trooper. John and Ramsay was... Ramsay got what was to him.
I like the ending of that, but what I will say, I feel like it did have that big meme about... I can't remember the young kid's name, but he never learned zigzagging. Oh, what was that Stark kid's name?
I'm just going to go on an absolute guess for the fun of it. I'm going to say Gavin, having no idea what Game of Thrones is.
Oh yes, Gavin, my favourite member of
Recon
stuff.
Recon Stark.
Rickon.
But yeah, Gavin wasn't a million miles away. Maybe 2, but not 1 million. But yeah, I'm going to say...
No, Rickon, how do you grow up being taught all this stuff about fighting and not know... Don't run in a straight line from an archer.
Yeah.
God damn it.
More so, you think he'd be turning around to see if the guy is going to do something. I don't know.
It's not even that. I mean, first off, trusting the Boltons to do anything they say they're going to do is a bad idea.
Yeah.
Unless it's skinning someone alive. But like... Just why do you not... Like, it's like in real life. Again, you have to run away from a gunman. Zigzag.
I watch CinemaSins a lot, and it's the Prometheus school of running away from things.
Yes.
I don't think Recon went to that school. Or he did,
I think
depending
Recon
on your
did
point of
go
view.
to that school. Yeah.
Alright, I've got to get into this battle. Oh,
Yeah.
it's alright, Finalize has been staring at me for 5 minutes, it feels. And this counter's... it's not sketch, this counter, is it? It's just... All it takes is one bad moment of RNG, and it says screw you, you lose.
Do you want a hand with it?
I should be alright, it's just one of those things where I'm like, just
But
please
it
don't
should
miss
be.
these big hits.
And, like, 3v3, something feels like that whenever 3v3 starts, some intern over at CG hits some button that changes up the fleet RNG. Like,
Maybe.
the amount of times that, like, I'll do these counters in, you know, 5s or in normal, like the
Rally
normal
5 ski.
fleet arena. Like, I do these counters anywhere else, it's all good. 3v3? Nah, fam. That's if I even get to them.
I know what you mean, it always does feel like RNG changes a little bit by this point.
3s is cursed. I'm sure of it. Can't prove it, but I'm sure of it.
Okay. We can get a decent
I
bit of
can
damage
back that
there.
up, Cleary.
Oh, can you?
It's one of those where
Good to know.
R5 is base. If you go add an R5, you're obviously going heavy investment. I could justify it, but oh god, it's a rough investment when you don't necessarily need it for anything else. You know what I mean? Okay, we have got the chaff at least. Have we got anything on? No, we haven't got anything there. Let's do that then. We have got advantage now, basic. Alright, Eben. I need the Terminator tracker. There we go. Feel good now.
Sorry, I didn't mean to leave you hanging there, Cleary. We were just saying I can vouch for you, and then just making a noise. I was finishing my food. I did not mean to just leave you hanging. I apologize.
You're fine.
I didn't realize that how bad that was until like just after I'd muted to finish, and I was like, "Oh, that's just terrible."
Nah, you're fine. I am far from being easily offended.
I was going to say, I'm just completely
thank
out of
God.
what's going on anyway, so it didn't trigger me.
I don't worry. Same here. I tuned out of what's going on in my life about 25 years ago when I was born.
25 years ago. I'm not gonna lie. I did not expect it to be 25.
I know. Puberty was not kind to me.
No, I
Is it
yeah,
Tony
I
Office?
can definitely agree with that.
I
I
used to
can be
work
kind to
in
some
a
people.
call centre. Well, I used to work at a call centre, right, for a local council, and the amount of people who would call up and they thought they were talking to a woman. I stopped correcting people after a while.
I'm not gonna lie. I would have gone under the assumption that they had hired a 12-year-old.
Yeah, I also get that a lot.
That must be an awkward one
Xbox
to
Live
correct.
was hell.
I mean,
Yeah, Xbox Live was hell because, like, they say, you know, looking for adults, and it's just like, no, trust me, I'm 25. No, you ain't. I know I don't sound it, but please, bro, I'm trying here.
I have a friend called Bazinga. I don't know if you know him. He's 21, but he sounds like he's about 11.
I do know Bazinga, mostly because of
He's-
Wolf, but at the same time,
Yeah, he sounds like he's
Still get-
11. He sounds like your age. He sounds like what your age sounds like.
Yeah, some people were not blessed.
What I will say, just because I'm kind of done here, I think we did well there. 2030. Did I drop? I dropped one battle, didn't I?
You dropped
Very
the
good
CLS
job.
one.
Yeah, I dropped the one on Grand Inquisitor, didn't I? But 2030, that's not bad for
I kind of
banners.
stopped paying attention to your GAC when I got into the voice call. I'll be honest.
I figured Kaleri, but I'm like, go on, I'll just keep on topic a little bit here.